Welcome to a new episode of Hacks and Hobbies with your host, Junaid Ahmed. Alright, here is another episode of Hacks and Hobbies, weekend edition. Of course, it's snowing finally in mid-January. We've got at least a foot of snow. Can't tell because it's tapering off. But it's continually snowing. And although I do have a snowblower, the battery might have died. And I don't know where to look for it. So we're out here manually moving the snow like a normal human being off the driveway to the sides. What about you? What are you working on this Sunday? Yesterday was a nice plain day. Today we've got a ton of snow. Actually, the snow started last night. Initially it was not sticking, but we knew it was gonna stick. So here it is. A snowy podcast. Snow shoveling experience. So what's funny is that I grew up majority of my US living in California. We don't have a concept of shoveling our snow. It's only afforded to those living in the eastern coast, the east coast, or northeasternmost northeastern states, actually, because southeastern states don't get a lot of snow. They get a lot of hurricanes and stuff. But here we are, shoveling the driveway, because although the snow does melt over time, but as snow melts and the temperature drops, it becomes ice. And that black ice, my friend, is not fun for anyone. Even animals avoid it. Black ice is ice you cannot see, and it's able to make you slip quite easily. In fact, one of my friends a few years ago slipped on black ice and broke his ankle. And he's laughing. He's like, well, this is the second time I've broken an ankle. And the first time he broke his ankle, they had to put a metal piece in there to make sure that he stays put. So now he's like, I'm almost Iron Man because both of my ankles have metal plates. It's like, well, I am glad that you're able to laugh at this, the whole ordeal, since he was out of the office for at least 6 weeks, maybe more. It's not fun. Black ice. So now I've got half the driveway done, and I figured I haven't talked to you guys in a while. So here's what's coming up on Hacks and Hobbies podcast. One, I've got 17 interviews to publish, and what I have done is I have come up with a schedule on when these episodes will go live, and I'm communicating with the guests that, hey, your episode is going to be published on this specific day, just so you know that it's coming, and then you can share it with your buddies, your family and friends on what you talked about in Hacks and Hobbies. pretty cool win-win deal because, the idea behind this podcast is just so we can connect, we can share about what's fascinating, things you're working on, what fascinates you, and how fun it is to talk to the host of Hacks and Hobbies. That's me. It's really fun to talk with me. Trust me. I know this because I talk to myself almost all the time. I mean, even when I'm talking to someone else, that's when I'm talking to someone else, but third person. And most of the times, I'm talking to myself. So, now that I look around the driveway, I'm not halfway down, I'm 1/3 done. Because I'm not going to calculate, I'm just going to keep on going till it's done. And there's plenty of ground here. Plenty of, what do you call it? Lawn area, grass area where I can dump the excess snow from the ground. From the driveway. When you try to do two things at a time, like talk and shovel, I guess it kind of works. I just don't know what kind of quality I'll be getting with this episode. Now, to record the episode, I just got my iPhone on my top jacket pocket, and I'm hoping it can capture some good sound away from the shovel, because you don't want too much shoveling sound in here. It kind of defeats the purpose. Yeah. Let's see what else is there to talk about. Alright, I just checked the quality of the previous segment, and I think it's pretty good as long as I don't talk while I'm shoveling. That way I can take out the shoveling sound or tone it down so it's not screeching in your head. So yeah, 2019 is coming along swimmingly, although my podcast publishing frequency is not where I want it to be. I wanted to publish at least one podcast episode a day. But as you can see, we're halfway through this first month, and I've only got 3 episodes, this being the 4th one for season 2. But I've got the plan to get some more episodes out to you guys. And anytime you're interested in being on the podcast, I would love to welcome you to give me a call at 951-642-0955 or give me a call on Facebook Messenger. Leave me a message on Twitter, Instagram, or check out the website hacksandhobbies.com. Because my goal is to provide value to you guys. Now, what kind of value is it? Well, actually, value that will get you moving through your year, through your day. And my first and foremost reason for this podcast or motivation is to help myself. I mean, is this something that I would be listening to myself? Absolutely. And hence, I'm doing this more for myself, for my own perseverance than anything else. There's no other selfish reason behind this podcast. Okay. Now, what I forgot to get was salt for the ground, because after this snow is shoveled, it's continuing to snow, and the temperature stays colder. I think we should be fine, but as soon as it warms up, we'll have anytime there's fluctuation in the temperature is when you have an issue. By the way, I have started a new WhatsApp group, and its focus is to communicate lessons with fathers. Being a father myself of 3 kids, and a husband to 1 lovely wife, it's important that we learn from each other as fathers and parents and spouses, and discover how we can help each other out. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyways, if you're interested in joining this podcast, this group, Hello Wiki Dads, give me a holler. I haven't thought about what else to do with it, but I might create a Facebook group or a network around it. But you know, being a father, we have very limited time in our days, because majority of the times we're taking care of our kids and family. So maybe we'll just keep it at WhatsApp. Because one less thing I need is something else to matter. You know what I'm saying. I'm getting close to the end of the driveway, and the snow is pretty soft over here. Now, I think I mentioned it earlier. I do have a snowblower which I've probably used one time. Might have a bad battery. Need to get that battery fixed. Oh, something new I discovered. And if you're following me on Facebook and have seen my live videos, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So this application is called Facebook Spaces. Facebook Spaces was designed by Facebook. Somebody calling me. What happened?
Can we take her for a ride?
Huh?
So she can sleep?
Sure. Just gotta clean the car.
Can you warm it up?
Okay. Keys.
Herbs and all that stuff are very harmful. You don't know how.
All right, so gotta start the car so we can take my 1-year-old, almost 1-year-old daughter out for a ride because she has refused to take a nap. Actually, I did put her to sleep, but then I had to go search for something, and she woke up. So now starting the car and hopefully warming it up so it can give us a ride. So as you can experience, or you just experienced, being a